Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of NAIJATOAMERICA. On this episode we're going to cover
You better sit back down, what you mean? Sit back down, what you mean? You say that you're coming for me.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of NAIJATOAMERICA. On today's episode we're going to be covering how to start into your major and basically pick what you're going to study in school and what you're going to get your degree in. So to get started, first of all, I'd like to tell you that whatever you study in school, it's really up to you. Don't feel obliged by family members or friends or relatives to choose a course of study. You need to reach within yourself and realize that you're undertaking this journey by yourself. So it's important for you to do something that you want to do. As an African, you don't have to be a doctor, engineer, you're a lawyer. If you don't want to, accountants. If you don't want to, you really need to understand that this is something that you're going to undertake by yourself. You're going to spend 4 years, 2 years, however long, getting this degree. You're going to spend money on it. So it better be something that you want to do. So that's the first point. Then, number 2, you need to figure out what are you passionate about? What are you good at? I know it's very, very cliche. You see lots of these articles online saying, oh, find your inner passion. It's actually true. You need to figure out what you want to do. You need to find out what you're good at and what you're passionate about. And I have some details. Do you want to say something?
I was going to say it's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done, but I'll give you a good way to, or something that worked for me and I have to figure it out. But step 1 to finding your major, you need to figure out what am I passionate about. I know I said this earlier on, but I'll define passionate as something that you can do and it doesn't cost you. You don't feel stressed doing it. It might take a lot of effort, it might take a lot of hours doing it, but you enjoy doing what you're doing. So for some people, they like to, solve maths equations. I can never understand it, but some people actually like it.
It comes naturally.
It comes naturally to them. I don't know, but there are people that like that.
That's their passion.
That's their passion. And I always take passion in the context of school-wise. So you might be passionate about makeup. You can go to cosmetologist school actually if you want to do that. But find what you're passionate about. If you know that you want to be in a professional environment, you would want to focus more on your subjects in school. So in secondary school or uni, whatever the case may be, what courses did I enjoy studying? Did I enjoy going to the classes? Not because the professor was funny or anything hilarious. I actually enjoyed learning about these subjects. So that's step 1. Figure out what you're passionate about. Then step 2, figure out what you're good at. Because what you're passionate about and what you're good at are usually, sometimes it may be the same thing if you're lucky. So for instance, for me, I was good at economics, but I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was theoretical, but if you put me in my commerce class, I enjoyed it. I liked reading the book. I loved the teacher. I loved everything about it. So they were not the same thing. I was good at economics, but I necessarily wasn't passionate about it. But commerce, I was good at it, and I enjoyed doing it. So that's step 2. Figure out what you're good at. So if you're good at solving maths, or if you enjoy solving math problems, and when the result comes out for your test, you're actually good at it, empowers you. Step 2, that's step 2. And the third step, and this is very, very important, this is the reality check. I want you to go, I'll put the link, but I want you to go to, so the US has an occupational handbook site where is that what it's called? Occupational Outlook Handbook. Yes, that's what it's called. I'll put the link. So, and it's just a site that shows these are the things that we think are going to, or the sectors that we think are going to have major growth in the next couple of years. So you'd see, you can filter down by industry. So sometimes you see business, and then within business there'll be accounting and all of that. And they'll just look at within the next, I don't know what the time range is, but they do a growth rate type thing. So what you want to do is whatever you're good at and whatever you're passionate about, you want to make sure that it's a field that has high growth rate. Wow.
Growth rate.
Growth rate. Wow. Growth growth rate. Because you might like math, and math is not a good example because math is actually doing well now with data science and all of that. But you might like what field is there? You might like technical drawing, and you're like, oh, I want to go. I've used architecture before. At least if you're in architecture, I'm not bashing you. Like if that's what you're good and passionate at, then do that. But you might like technical drawing in school, and then you're like, oh, I want to do architecture and all of that. And then you go on your occupational outlook handbook, and you find out that architecture isn't doing well. That's where I would like you to decide, do I want to go into, am I passionate enough about this subject to go into it knowing that the growth potential isn't that good? So that industry is already saturated, they're not looking for people in that field right now. And the analysis shows that it's going to reach a point where there just wouldn't be jobs. So you need to determine, am I really passionate about this subject that I'm going to study enough for me to take on the task of I might not get a job, or I might have to create opportunities for myself or work harder than others.
This occupational handbook is just limited to the US, right?
It's limited to the US, but I mean you're coming to school in the US.
Okay, so assuming you intend to stay in the US and work
in the US, yeah. Okay, so that's another thing to determine. You need to figure out. Actually, that's coming up. I think that's actually the next point. But yeah, that's the next point. But figure out the first point. What am I passionate about? So this is your, what did I call this? Let's just call this your passion list. This is my passions list. And then what am I good at? These are the things. This is my list of things that I'm good at. And then think of it as a Venn diagram. Your ideal spot, your sweet spot for your major should be somewhere where your passions, your strengths, and the economy align. That's your ideal spot. Again, if you feel like, oh, I don't mind this thing not having, or this industry not having, being so saturated right now, I'm very, very, very passionate about this subject, and I'm fine with that, by all means, choose that major. That's completely fine. But, if you're looking for a job, or you plan on staying here and getting experience and all of that, you probably want to get, study something that has high growth potential. Yeah, I'm going to move on to that. Okay. Alright, then the third point, you want to figure out what are your long-term goals. So that's where this comes in, what you and I was talking about earlier. And I want you to think about it as, in the next 5 to 10 years, what kind of life would I like to have? Where would I like to live? What kind of job would I like to have? And I'm not going to ask you to ask yourself, where do you see yourself? Because you create the opportunities that you are pretty much at the architect of your own life. It's not about where you see yourself. What kind of life would I like to create? And in that sense, how it relates to your major is that, for instance, if you want to stay in the US, you might want to consider doing a major that is in demand in the US. So probably something STEM related. There are benefits to doing STEM, even though I did not do STEM. And STEM, if you don't know, is science, tech, engineering, and math. But that field is growing because even if you are not an engineer, or you don't like biology or any of those things, you can do business analytics and get STEM credits, or you can do data analytics, data science, if you like math, and you'll get STEM as well. And the reason why I say if you want to stay in the US, you can do something STEM is because STEM, if you do STEM, you have the opportunity to renew your...
You can work for 3 years.
You can work for 3 years. Let's just put it like that.
As opposed
to your standard of 1 year. If you do non-STEM courses, you only get to work for 1 year, and then your employer needs to file for you after that. Or they should have filed for you before your 1 year is over. But then you're at the mercy of the lottery system.
Another struggle.
Another struggle. But you're at the mercy of the lottery system, or the I don't know what it's called. It's not lottery system.
It's lottery.
It's lottery.
It can be lottery.
But yeah, you're at the mercy of that system. But if you do something STEM related, you get 1 year and then you can renew for 2 more years, basically. So there's that. So think about, do I want to stay in the US? Do I want to go back home after? What kind of how much would I like, what kind of salary would I like to make? Because that will determine the kind of industry you want to get into. Some industries, they just don't pay well. Like, you can be the smartest person, they actually just don't pay well.
Like teaching,
well.
for instance,
Don't bash anybody.
I'm just saying, don't very much.
But some industries make more
Teaching
than
in,
others.
like,
Okay, so in case you're wondering why we're in different outfits, different hair, different makeup, we kind of had an oops moment, and yeah, the other end of this video just disappeared.
YouTube struggles.
Yes. But in summary, figure out your passions, your strengths, figure out what the economy is saying in terms of the growth potential for whatever industry you choose to be in or profession that you choose, and then figure out how they fit into your long-term goals. So, like I said, think about where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. And based on that, I hope you're able to choose a suitable major. And even if you choose something now and along the way you discover, I don't really like this, or I'm no longer really into this, or I think I want to pursue that interest, then that's absolutely fine. So go ahead and enjoy your ride through college and your master's program. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I would just say stay tuned for the master's video.
Oh yeah,
We're going to cover, so what she covered in this video is more like the general things to consider when shortlisting your major or your program for school. In the next video, I go into more detail on what to expect or what to consider when you're coming to study your master's. So it's pretty much the same, but I now ask further questions and additional things that you need to consider. So stay tuned for that video. It should be coming up, or it should be posted up soon. So if you are looking to get your master's in the US, then that would be a video. You should watch this video too.
Yeah.
Although you probably watched it here.
You get this point, yeah.
Yeah, but you should also look up for that one and look up for the information in that one too. So otherwise, I have nothing else to add. She covered everything.
Ready? Go ahead, hit like, share, subscribe, comment, and see you in the next video.
Yeah, and thank you again
for watching and staying through our oops moments. Alright, bye.
You better sit back down, what you mean? Sit back down, what you mean? You say that you're coming for me, sit